Hello again guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you've all been well, of course. Today's video will be a Blu-ray update, just taking you through what I've picked up over the last couple of weeks of July. Pretty mixed bag. Majority of them are horror, of course, as usual, but we'll get things kicked off with a couple of the latest Arrow Video releases. We have The Scorpion's Tail and Doom Asylum. Very happy with these two, especially the case of The Scorpion's Tail. I've been wanting this on Blu-ray for a long time, and finally Arrow Video put this one out, and it's well worth a Blu-ray release and a pickup. It's a very good giallo from Sergio Martino from 1972, I believe. But yeah, it's a very non-demanding watch. If you're just a casual fan of the giallos, it's one you can get straight into. It's not too convoluted as far as the plot goes, not too over-stylized. The plot's It unfolds well enough. The killer reveal is a genuine surprise. It took me aback when I first saw it. Got some good graphic kills in there, quite vicious in tone. Quite surprised with a 15 rating actually, but it's not the sleaziest of giallos. It's nicely shot. Things start off in London, then they move over to sunny, picturesque Greece. So yeah, it's one that's easy on the eye. So highly recommend this one. This is The Case of a Scorpion's Tail. Here we have Doom Asylum here, something completely different. This is an absolutely stupid, silly little 80s slasher. Entertaining nonetheless. It's got some really cringe-worthy acting and dialogue. Decent bit of gore here and there. The killer does turn out to be a memorable one. He's got some really awesome prosthetic makeup applied to his face. Just makes him stand out a bit. And he's got a really funny Scooby-Doo-esque type laugh, which he emits during the course of the film as well. But yeah, it's a shame because it's got a good setting. It's all set in an old disused hospital, and that would have made for a very atmospheric backdrop. But unfortunately the whole film is set in broad daylight, so there's no creepiness or eeriness to it, which is a real missed opportunity. But I would imagine for budgetary reasons, lighting a film at night time would have been a bit too costly. But anyway, it's a good film while it lasts. Not the best of the 80s slashers, but it's a bit different, and it's entertaining nonetheless. So that's Doom Asylum and The Case of the Scorpion's Tail. Two great additions to your Arrow Video collection, I would say. Right, next up we have the latest in the 101 Films Black Label range. This is Roller Coaster. This is number 3 in this particular label of theirs. Roller Coaster from 1977. Not a horror film, but haven't seen it yet, but by all accounts and from what I've read and seen, as far as reviews goes, it's a really good, tense, nail-biting thriller. It's about a terrorist who goes around leaving explodable devices on various roller coaster theme attractions around America, and a police pursuit to end his reign of terror. So I'm quite intrigued to see this one play out. I really like the plot of this one. Should be a good one. This is a nice little release as well. It comes in a slightly oversized slipcase, just to accommodate the 30-page booklet that comes included, which is great. I always like the inclusion of booklets in my Blu-ray editions. And you get 2 cuts of the film, each on their Blu-ray disc as well, which is quite surprising because the difference between the 2 cuts of the film is only about 13 seconds. So you get the longer cut of the film, which just reinserts about 13 seconds of added violent footage. But the film still retained its PG rating, so it can't be anything too strong in terms of the violence. But I will watch that version of the film first. You get a documentary, a commentary, interview as well, and trailer. So it's a nice little release by 101 Films. I'm glad they've started to put out some decent quality Blu-rays. So yeah, that's Roller Coaster. Okay, next 2 are part of the new HMV exclusive retro VHS range, which launched on Monday, just gone. So I picked up The Thing and The Warriors, which have been housed in these replica VHS style boxes, which are fantastic. These are really cool indeed. Not perfect though, I'll get into that a bit later. But on the surface, these do look awesome. So I picked up 2 of my favourite films, The Thing and The Warriors. Other titles within this range mostly come from the Universal and Paramount back catalogue. So you get the likes of Top Gun, E.T., Aeroplane, Scarface. So a mixed bag of stuff, but I picked up these 2. I've got these on Blu-ray already, of course. But I remember having this one on VHS as a kid. I remember this artwork quite vividly. I'm not sure if my VHS copy comes with this particular border though. so I'm not sure if it's an exact replica of the old VHS. Probably, so I was very young in the 80s, but I do remember bits here and there. But anyway, as far as the actual editions are concerned, this is a repack of the old DVD and Blu-ray release that comes with the Terror Takes Shape documentary and the old commentary with Kurt Russell and John Carpenter. So nothing is carried over here from the Arrow Video release, to my knowledge. It's just a repack of the old edition, like I said. As for the Warriors, unfortunately you get the director's cut on Blu-ray, which I really didn't like that version of the film. I thought the comic book inserts just didn't gel well at all. So unfortunately the Blu-ray contained within this one is the director's cut. Luckily the DVD version that's included does contain the original theatrical version, which I really do prefer by a long way. And there's the back of that one. Okay, so I'll just give you a quick look inside of one of these editions. Now let's open the thing up, and I'll give you an idea of what I mean by the flimsy type of packaging that I found within. There you have the mock VHS tape box, which is very cool, but it comes housed in this very thin, almost paper-like cardboard slip box, which is very flimsy indeed. But this is a lot more sturdy. This is thick card. That's much better, and it looks really nice. Unfortunately the title of the film isn't labelled below. That would have been great if they could have managed that, but as it is, it's pretty nice. It does its job. So let's open this up. There you go, the image wraps around onto the back. Okay, and inside, here you go, we have a mini theatrical poster of the image you all know and love. Well, I loved it. There you go, that's the mini poster. A couple of other little goodies that you might remember as a kid. Just brings back a bit of nostalgia. Here we have a bubblegum card with a scene from the film, number 6, so I'd imagine this is number 6 in the retro VHS range. On the back you have a little write-up of what's actually going on in this scene. There you go. And you also get a little sticker as well with the character of MacReady. There you go. And here are the disc holders. And they're just mounted on these really thin bits of card as well. I dare not take these discs off because I really can't see these lasting long. So I wouldn't really buy this edition if it's going to be your go-to copy to watch the film, because these are going to bend and possibly rip. So yeah, quite flimsy and fragile. But there's your Blu-ray disc and there's your DVD. So that's what's contained within. So if you fancy part of these editions, these retro VHS range from HMV, they're currently going on 2 for $25 deal at the moment, so fairly priced. I said it's about right. So there you go, guys, that's the Thing and the Warriors. Okay, next up we have a couple of movies from the HMV exclusive premium collection range. I do have a bunch of these as well. These are on a good offer at the moment, this premium collection range. It's 2 for £15. So that's another one I would urge you to go over and check out what you're missing from your collection. Because some of the films within this range you can only get on Blu-ray from HMV. And so yeah, I picked up The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms and The Valley of Guanji, 2 Ray Harryhausen effects. I don't know if he directed it. I know he done the effects on these, but I don't usually watch films of this type. I'm just looking to broaden my range of movie watching, just to branch out a bit more. I'm more intrigued by The Valley of Guanji. This one's from 1969, and it has a Wild West setting with rampaging prehistoric beasts going around. This one looks pretty interesting. The other one, Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, is from 1953, and this is your typical monster in the city thing, but yeah, it looks fun as well. So there we go, guys, The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms and The Valley of Guanji. Next up we have a couple of Vinegar Syndrome releases that I've been wanting to get for a while. We have Disconnected and Hellbent. These have been out for a while now. I don't tend to buy the Vinegar Syndrome releases on day of release because they are quite pricey, so I usually tend to wait until I can find a good deal on eBay or something. But I'm happy with these two. I haven't seen them yet. This one's an 80s slasher, very low budget by all accounts. and this one's from the 80s as well, about a struggling musician who gets taken under the wing of a bar owner who promises to promote him, and in exchange for his soul, I think. So it's one of those kind of deals, you know, you want to live the dream, you're going to have to sell out. So I would imagine there's consequences to that. And Disconnected, yeah, really happy with the slipcase as well. I don't think Hellbent ever come with a slipcover, but glad that I managed to get this one with a slipcover, because I do believe at the moment Vinegar Syndrome slipcovers are the best around. They're just quality, they're a bit more robust than your typical slipcover, and I like the little embossing detail that they add to their covers as well, and it wraps around onto the spines and onto the back. Really nice, and they got that glossy effect to make them stand out against the matte finish of the card. This one also comes with a booklet too, so pretty good release. I've got it for a fair price, used but in near new condition. Hellbent I got for a brand new and sealed for about £12. So yeah, there you go guys, haven't seen them yet, but I'll watch them Friday I think. And last up is a film that I've seen absolutely everybody get on YouTube. This is Abominable. So I thought I'd give this one a go as well. I do like the myth of the abominable snowman creature, myth, reality, whatever you make of it. I do think it makes for a great horror film when done right. So I'm hoping this one delivers. Obviously someone thought well of this film enough to give it a re-release, and it's been remastered with renewed special effects and stuff. I think it was made for TV. I don't think it ever got a release in the UK. I certainly haven't seen it. Only first I heard of this one was when everyone was buying it on their YouTube updates. But anyway, looking forward to this one. This is on the MVD label, which is my first of theirs. Comes with a small poster, and the slipcover's nice. Got that old retro beat up VHS look to it again, which just looks cool. So yeah guys, that concludes my update for this week, for my July actually. So look out for another video soon, which will likely be another media book update. I think I'll get that one out next week possibly, so stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching. Take care, keep collecting, bye bye.